Coming up, we'll see Bills head coach Sean McDermott as the former defensive coordinator looks to get the best of his old team. It's the Panthers in town to face the Bills. Week 15 is coming up next.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Alongside the incomparable Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin and CD as we settle into this one group that won't be settled, these opposing defenses, because they have to try and stop two of the more mobile quarterbacks in the NFL. Cam Newton and Josh Allen.
And trying to prepare for these guys absolutely ruins defensive staffs days and nights leading up to the game, doesn't it? But the only thing these defenses do have going for them is that both get to defend a mobile quarterback in practice each week. So they're hoping some of those lessons will carry over to this one as they try and slow these guys down.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go!
So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket. And occasionally, you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. There's Tremble, the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. We see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 15 carries, 67 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the 1st drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jerry Hughes. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton, and that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. Caught by Trimble. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. He had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Newton. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. 2nd and 2. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Newton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Here's Newton. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and Carolina scores to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Touchdown! That's caught. Cole Beasley. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver. Now they'll line up to kick the
extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Newton.
He's got Anderson on the slant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Newton on third down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Newton to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw is Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, Newton. For Marshall, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Newton. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Second and 8. Now it's Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Allen out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. That catch good for only a couple.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. He shakes him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Derek Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's out right at the 25. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers about ready to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And here's Joseph Charlton now
as he's on to punt for Carolina. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Newton. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bills, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
From the 30 on second down, Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Allen now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They will run with Singletary, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
2nd and 5.
From midfield, here's Allen. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you continue to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 79 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Christian McCaffrey, a guy that can beat you in so many ways. He's a threat to go the distance literally every time he touches the football.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He hits Beasley right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Allen finding Knox there, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. Daquan Jones. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen going to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
Let's go! Let's go!
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
To throw again on second down. Newton, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Third and 2, Newton.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again is Newton. Open man is Robbie Anderson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A.J. Klein coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Under pressure, they got him again. Mario Addison make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
On 1st down, Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Now the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On second and a long way to go. Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 34.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Third down, here's McCaffrey. Shifts by him. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a first down.
Here's the Panthers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play here for Buffalo.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And Diggs has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Here's Allen to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Panthers will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Now it's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Now Allen, got to have this one. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Allen. Staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half.